Welcome to Buffalo, New York, and UB Stadium, home of the Buffalo Bulls, where the fans know that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bulls. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' seasons, as each are trying to break into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a squad from the American, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Montgomery. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. Guys, let's talk big picture East Carolina. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Ran through the contact. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Pirates want to crank the tempo. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed.
Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, ECU.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. Get penetration and not let that tank get downhill, because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tatum. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Nice patience. Quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Just keeps slinging it. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
The Bulls trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Scanning the field is Hauser. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want...
There he goes! A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
They believe they can run right here. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Pirates racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Plows through the defense. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Montgomery. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but even though we've heard Boomer Sooner a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Memorial Stadium. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Direct snap. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Tatum. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Dropping back, it's Dyer. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll pull it down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the Bulls are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Trying to get the corner. Powers through the defender. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Now from inside the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Tatum. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Dyer. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners and covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
To the ground with the back. At the 20, he's got space. He's up to 51 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Guys, let's take a minute to chat about Buffalo. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are fun.
Reels it in down the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Pirates have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll take a deep shot here. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. And what Once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but they've been in a dogfight all day and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
To the air, it's Dyer. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Let's take a minute to talk about the big picture for Buffalo. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, after that incompletion now, you got 4th down in your own end, but based on the fact they've scored 2 touchdowns and kicked a field goal now, they've been looking pretty good. And if I'm the head coach, I think I'm putting a lot of faith and trust in my offense to go get this thing.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Owens. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Hauser. Now adjusting. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That's caught. It's Montgomery. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pirates!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the tailback. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
He's piled up 82 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. Scrambling away. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Tatum. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right back to him on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here comes the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Tatum. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it behind the line. It's Tatum. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Dyer. Throws to the wideout. He throws it, and he will score! Touchdown, Bulls!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Sends it downfield. He's got it down the left side. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Using his legs to buy some time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Hauser. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Never a doubt. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Pirates will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Tatum. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. Makes the grab. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Running into the open space. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Bulls are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
The Bulls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tatum. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Floats it out in space. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
And the Bulls need to pick it up on fourth down. Might be changing the route. They want to run this quarterback. How about that defense rising up and stopping on fourth down?
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on fourth down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Owens. Oh, he's got some space. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Pirates are facing third and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. Got a wide open receiver. Racing down the left side. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU!
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Back to throw, it's Dyer. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They were trying to get the screen set up, but it just took a little too long to develop.
Yeah, and the quarterback's supposed to, invite those guys to run upfield on a screen pass, but they got to him so fast he couldn't get rid of the football, and they got the sack.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking downfield, it's Hauser. He's going for a big play downfield. And he's got it inside the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now here, 2nd and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, East Carolina. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy is explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the gap.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to the ground game on the left. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got. In them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's McMillan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Off play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Purple Pirates!
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. And the returner will be brought down. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Russell. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys
makes the catch on the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Looking to pass. It's Hauser. He's not afraid to go deep. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. TCU is running away with things, and I'm not sure who saw this coming today from this offense. They're up 14 over Arkansas State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Russell. Runs through a tackle. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Caught in the backfield, it's Russell. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
The Bulls look to keep this drive humming. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And he tacked on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Hauser. He's going for it all. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, ECU.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll try it over the left side. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Pressure coming. He makes a catch. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Back to pass, it's Hauser. Touchdown, East Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Quarterback making checks. Going to sling it on second down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Turning it on. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's at the 50. The 30. The 10. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week